Lots of people are starting brand new survival worlds in Minecraft 1.17 snapshots. I'm going to show you 7 simple starter farms that are a must-have right at the beginning of your Minecraft 1.17 world. Don't you go anywhere. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening and good night, and welcome to the first of 2 videos where I'm going to show you some really easy starter farms in Minecraft 1.17. These farms are an absolute doddle to make. You don't have to go to the Nether or anything like that. All you need to have done is punched a few trees and smacked a few rocks to be able to make these. But these 7 farms are going to get you set to be able to move forwards to make the second load of farms that I'm going to do in my next video. I'm going to show you how to make all of them block by block from start to finish, so you've got everything you could possibly need to progress your game in Minecraft 1.17. And by the way, most of them work in earlier versions as well. I'm also going to make this world available for world download in Java. No point in doing it in Bedrock because the Bedrock snapshots don't actually match up. To access the world, simply go to my Discord, link is in the description below, and go to the room that is free Avomance downloads. It will be there. You are more than welcome to come and get it. It is completely free. So let's get started with Farm 1. First up, we've got the Sweetberry Farm, which could not be more simple, and you can probably work out how to make it just by looking, but I am going to show you in just a second. All you need to do is just come along and right click on your sweet berries. They will be collected up and you haven't got any danger of being bashed by them. Pop them in the chest and they collect up really quickly. You can make this as long or as short or as many rows of it as you would like, completely down to what you need. Everything you need for this farm is inside this chest. So I've got 1 chest, 2 spruce planks. Now I've used spruce simply because you find sweet berries in a tiger, but it could be any wood. 19 slabs, 16 actual sweet berries, and 6 torches. We really are starting with the simplest farm first. Grab all the bits out of your chest, and in the row where you want your sweet berries to go, place the chest facing that way. Then put 8 sweet berries, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then a planks, and then 8 more sweet berries, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then another planks. And then along the top, we are just going to put a row of slabs right across here. That goes above the chest. The chest will still open because that is a half slab, and as a result that is a transparent block and you can open chests underneath them. Weird, but there you go. Pop the torches on either side of the blocks, and it's also a good idea just to pop a torch on either side of the chest as well. That makes sure that there is plenty of light around your farm. That is the finished farm. These sweet berries are going to grow up and allow you to harvest them without you spiking yourselves on them because those slabs get in the way. The chest is there just to keep them safe and sound so you can collect them up when you want them. Next up, we have got our spruce tree farm, which can also be an oak tree farm if you wish. You're going to get loads of wood out of this. Let me show you how to make it. Everything you need for the tree farm is inside this chest. There are not a lot of items because most of this farm is digging rather than building, but we're going for spruce because that gives the most wood per square metre, but it would work with oak as well. We're making this farm in a 10 by 10 square, and there's a little 4 by 4 square in the middle that we're going to be building on too. Now obviously you won't have this wall, you'll have dirt. I've just put the wall there just to indicate where the square is going to be. Now on one side of the red square bit in the middle, I want you to dig a 3 by 10 rectangle out. This is so you can physically collect up the dirt and use it to be able to do the next bit. That means you don't have to collect up any extra dirt first because you're going to get plenty. And then this red square in the middle, again, it won't actually be a red square for you. It will just be dirt or whatever. But just imagine the red square. Pop 1 bit of dirt in the corner and then come up on top of that with 1 and make yourself a 4 by 4 square out of dirt. You don't want that extra little bit of dirt there, so you can take that bit back and then come around the other side and grab some spruce planks. Don't throw them on the floor like I just did. Pop 1 there and 1 there, then put spruce stairs there and spruce stairs there and there whilst you've still got the land. Now you don't have to do this, but I like it to be neat, so I put some upside down spruce stairs just under there just to make it look a little bit nicer. That gives you access to the platform, and then remove everything that I've got there as well. Just make the 10 by 10 hole completely gone. Now come inside your farm, and not this back row here, but the next one, dig out another 1 deep all the way to the end. Now this one high step is going to mean that the water goes as far as we need it to, but it also allows you to get out dead easy. And then coming at your last 2 steps and place them on the underside there. Again, you don't have to, I just think it looks neater. We need to dig just a little bit more, so dig in the corner over here opposite where you've got your ledge and go 1, 2 and 3, 1 deep, and then the rest we need to make 2 deep. So you should have a channel that is 1 deep for 3 blocks and 2 deep for a further 7 blocks, and then dig out that block and that block, and then temporarily that tower all the way there. Grab yourself your chest, place your chest in there and your hopper facing into the chest. You then need to come out. You can climb out very easily because you've got 1 block steps here, and dig out that block and shift click this trapdoor on top of that chest and flap it up. You then need to come back in and replace the dirt over the chest exactly like that. So you've got a trapdoor that sits there, a hopper that sits there, and your channel exactly there. Now come up and make yourself an infinite water source. This is just temporary. It's a 2x2 square, 1 bucket in there and 1 bucket in there. That allows you to make your 2 buckets of water into as many buckets of water as you want. Now some of you might be thinking, but why don't we just use 2 buckets of water with a 1 gap between them running along the channel? It's a good question, but it won't work with this. And the reason it won't work is because if I put a bucket of water there and a bucket of water there, it doesn't form an infinite water source between the 2 because there is a 1 drop literally right next to it. So that doesn't work. You're going to need to put water along each and every one like this, so as it runs all the way to the end, but not over, you will notice, and then come to this side and place 1 bucket of water right there. That will flow all the way down over that, and you have got a almost completed farm. Come to the end above where your hopper is and come out 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Dig out those 3, dig out those 3, and then stair yourself in like that so as you can achieve your chest. That will allow you to get access, and you can see that steps down really nicely. Now all we need to do is plant this fella up. Optionally, if you wish to, you can put some torches around the outside of your platform. That will allow the trees to grow faster because they'll grow over the night time because of the light levels. But if you're going to be bone mealing these, then these aren't really completely necessary. It's entirely up to you. Next stage, we are planting these trees. Now remember, do not plant all of the saplings in one go. Just plant them 4 at a time, because if you plant more than one go, they won't actually grow. And if you're going to bone meal them to the edge, so the outer side, because then you'll get the best effect of the bone meal. Use fewer bone meals. If I just click those 3 times, that has bone mealed that tree into a massive spruce. You can see also you've turned into a bit of a podzol farm as well. If you've got a silk touch spade or something like that, you'll be able to get all of that podzol as well. And then you can grow your next one and your next one and your next one. Again, remember, do the outside, you're going to get best results exactly like that. And you can see you have just got a mass of wood right there that you can then chop down from the bottom up, or if you want to, you can use scaffolding if you've got access to a jungle. Remember, this is a starter farm, so you may not have bamboo yet, which means you may not have scaffolding, but you can dig that out in whatever way you want, really. Those bits of block that you don't catch as a result of being next to them will be caught in this system and down into that chest at the bottom. Really easy farm. Takes a little bit of time, but oh my goodness, you get loads of wood out of it. Our third farm is the crop farm. Now I've got wheat in here, but you could use potatoes, you could use carrots, you could even use beetroot. It is dead easy, and it's also completely expandable. You can make it much larger than this if you wanted to. Goodness knows we've got enough wood off the back of the last farm. Everything you need for this starter crop farm is inside this chest. Again, not an awful lot of items. You've got 58 spruce logs, which is probably the most, but you've just done loads of spruce off the back of that wood farm a moment ago. This is all you need. Let's crack on with it. This one's dead easy. Make yourself an 11 by 10 square. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 on the up end, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on that end, and then finish the square. Once your square's in, on the 2 longer sides, but not at the front end, put a second row all the way along to the end like that, and then the same on here. But again, don't do it on the little front end there. It doesn't matter if you do, but I've not given you enough logs to be able to do that. And then get yourself some trapdoors, and facing towards the front at the back, just come along and place your 8 trapdoors in there like that. and then at the front here, dig a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 long space, and then dig those 2 holes out exactly like that. Pop yourself a chest in the side there, get yourself your hopper facing into your chest by shift click, and then come the other side, dig it out so you can see your chest, and get your final trapdoor and place it shift clicking on top of the chest from the outside and flap that up. That gives you access to that chest, but on the other side you can see there is a barrier. That is stage 1. Stage 2, flap up all of your trapdoors and place 1 bucket of water there and 1 bucket of water there. That will form an infinite water source with inside this middle bit, these are all 3 water sources. You can then come along and create yourself an entire row of water. So each of these are water sources, and what happens is when that flaps down, the water will flow out and it will go to the end, but not out across the top. And we're going to be using this phenomenon to be able to make our auto flushing system. But before we do, we also want to put a bucket of water in there. That runs over to the hopper. We want to get ourselves a torch that goes there and there. So that's 1 in from each end. Same on the other side, there and there. And then halfway, which is this fella, take out that and place a bucket of water there, replace that dirt. And then on the opposite side, take out that, place a bucket of water there and replace the dirt. You then want to get your hoe, doesn't matter what hoe you've got, and hoe up this entire 7x8 square. Once that's all hoed up, you want to plant it up with whatever crop it is you want. I'm going to demonstrate using wheat seeds because that will be quite useful for the next farm. Now what's great about this is you never have to get inside your farm again, because you can reach across 1, 2, 3 and 4 and plant up from all the way up here, which means you never have a danger of trampling your crops and turning any of this farmland into something that won't grow. So once you've done one side, make sure you go all the way around to the other side and do exactly the same. While those crops are growing, place a redstone line right the way across this back row here, and then on either end, it does not matter which end you put it on. You can put it on there, you can put it on there, it's entirely up to you. Place a lever, and that lever is going to activate our flushing system. You now have some choices, and these things are completely optional, but if you wanted to, you can take some extra wood. Now I didn't include this in the inventory because this is optional, you totally don't have to do it, and you can cover over this water exactly like that. Now it's up to you, you don't have to. It makes it look like a nicer finish on the end. If you wish, it's entirely up to you. I'm going to leave it on there because I quite like the way it looks from the front. Once your crops have grown, you can flush them through and then replant them with the seeds that you collect in your collection system, and you should have plenty of excess. Let's have a quick look to see how many we get. Come along to your lever, flip your lever like that, off it flushes, they go down to the bottom, all collected nicely, and then unflip it, that removes all of the water. Again, we can come down into our inventory system down here, and we can see what we actually managed to get. Things are still going to be coming in because it takes a little while for these to filter through. But once they're filtered through, you can see that we got 1 wheat for every crop, 56, I'm not surprised by that. And we also got, what, 2.5 lots of seeds for every crop as well. So 2.5 stacks. We only need 56 of these to plant up again, so the rest is excess that we can use for other things, such as our next farm. Our next farm is our Bonemeal Farm tower. Now this one could not be more simple. Now I feel a little embarrassed about showing you the inventory for this, but this is what it is. 2 chests, 2 hoppers, 1 composter and 19 trapdoors. And I'm telling you now, those trapdoors are completely optional. It is just for aesthetic. So we are making a tower. Pop down 1 chest. In the top of the chest, shift click a hopper. On top of the hopper, shift click a composter. On top of the composter, shift click a hopper, and on top of that, shift click a chest. And then get your shift click on, because you're going to want to shift click on top of that, that, and that, and then the same at the back, and that as well, and then come along exactly the same, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then again, but not in front of the chest, 1, 2, and 3, and just for good measure, pop 1 on top of the chest as well. Flap these all down all the way around, because it just looks nicer rather than having those hoppers and everything just exposed. And you have got 1 bone meal tower all ready and waiting for you to use. Place the excess seeds that you just got out of your crop farm, plus any other compostable items, put them in the top chest and you'll get bone meal out of the bottom chest. Now, different items have got different levels of compostability, and by that I mean how many of that item it takes to actually create one bone meal. In all honesty, things like seeds are a little bit rubbish, so when you put them in the top here, there's every chance you're not going to get that much bone meal out of the bottom from an entire stack of seeds. But this thing is going to produce quite a lot of seeds, so over time you're going to get quite a lot of bone meal. Other things give you more. Try putting in some cake. It works really, really well. I know, cake. For goodness sake, who wants to compost cake? You want to eat cake. So that entire stack of seeds has gone through, and in the bottom we have got 3 bits of bone meal. 3 bits of bone meal, not too bad. That's okay from a stack. I'd expect somewhere between 2 and 4, so that is about right. Remember, you're going to get loads and loads of seeds out of that, so you can just bung them straight through once you've replanted your farm. So you've got wood, you've got bone meal, and you've got crops, but you fancy some meat. This is a farm that works on entity cramming, so please be advised this is not always suitable for servers, but this will allow you to farm cows, pigs, or sheep for their drops. Now that means that you can get meat, pork, mutton, and beef, but you can also get leather from the cows and wool from the sheep, so it's entirely up to you which one you go for, depending on what you want. To use the farm, just push the button, up they come, give them a breed. They love each other very much, but as a result of loving each other, they start to die, and those drops are collected in the chest at the bottom right here, you can see. Turn off that, and they stop splashing about so much, and it's slightly less irritating. Let me show you how to make it. Everything you need for this starter food farm is inside this chest. Remember, this could be cows, sheep, or pigs, works perfectly, and that is what you need. Not very much at all. Let's get on with it. This one is so super simple. Chest into the ground, take out the thing at the back, and shift click in a hopper like that. Get a dispenser, so as it's facing across the hopper, right click on the dispenser, place in a bucket of water, and on the back of that, place a button. Get some steps. Doesn't have to be steps, but I quite like the way we use steps. I'm using spruce because we've got a big old spruce farm over there, and place steps like that, and then get some spruce wood. Again, it could be stone, could be whatever you wanted. I like spruce wood simply because we've got a big spruce wood farm over there. And flip your spruce wood and shift click on top of the dispenser as well. Then come around the back and shift click an upside down set of steps so you can still access that chest really, really easily. And on the top of that, get your final piece of spruce wood. That allows you to climb up on top of here. If you press the button, that ejects the water, and if you press the button again, that brings the water out again. You now need to get yourself at least a couple of cows. Now remember, as I said, this uses entity cramming to be able to get your food, so this is not really suitable for servers. To get your cows in, hold some wheat that you've got out of your wheat farm that we just made, and those cows are going to love you forever. Bring them towards your farm, they will follow you, and you've got the steps at the side there that you can get these cows to rather stupidly and foolishly climb up to the top. Once you've got at least 2 cows inside, I recommend you get maybe 4, it depends how easy you're finding it to get them inside. Place a temporary post there, and then another post over the back of that, and then remove your temporary post. That's going to stop you falling in, most importantly, but it also stops the cows from bobbing around too much. You can then grab your wheat, press the button, and breed your cows up, and they'll make a baby cow. Now, you need to fill this up as much as you possibly can, and once you get to 25 cows, they are going to start to die. You can only have 24 entities within that space, so 25 cows is too many. The baby cows are the last to die, so the adult cows die, and they give you leather and meat that go into the chest. Next up is a truly Minecraft 1.17 survival farm. These guys can all be made in earlier versions, but this farm cannot. This is Minecraft 1.17 snapshots only because the snapshots introduced dripstone. This is a lava farm. Lava is a really useful resource in Minecraft survival, where you want it to use it for a killing mechanism for mobs, or whether you want to make an obsidian generator, or use it to create a nether portal, or many different applications. I'm going to show you how to get an infinite source of lava. The things you need for this farm are inside the chest. Now, you've got 3 buckets of lava to get it cracking, but you could just use 1, or maybe you could use many more and expand this farm so as you get more lava quicker. It's entirely up to you how you do it. Dripstone is not necessarily the easiest thing to get. You've got to find it in Minecraft Survival. So is this a truly starter farm? I would argue yes, it is, because it is so very simple to make, and actually you can dig down and get dripstone fairly quickly. You do need some iron to make the cauldrons, but actually very little else. Now, like the other farms, this one is a doddle. Place down 3 cauldrons exactly like that, and a chest at the end purely for storage. Get a temporary block and shift click that on top of one of the cauldrons and create a row of 3 cobble exactly like that. You are then going to be wanting to get yourself a trough of some other stone. I'm using stone brick that looks exactly like that, and then place a lava bucket there, a lava bucket there, and a lava bucket there. These need to be sourced lava buckets. It's no good putting one in the middle and allow it to flow. And then finally get your pointed dripstone and place 1, 2 and 3. That will direct the lava drips. You can see the lava drips already coming off of that one, for example. That will direct the lava drips into the cauldrons, and that gives it a percentage chance of that cauldron filling up with lava. All you need to do then is just wait for the lava to collect. Now, this could take a few seconds, it could take a few minutes, and the more cauldrons you've got, the greater the chance of a lava developing in one of them. My cauldrons are full up of lava now, so grab yourself an empty bucket, right click on a cauldron, and you have got a full bucket of lava. That will now start to refill again, and you've got an endless supply. Pop your lava bucket in there, and you are good to go. Lastly, we've got our cobblestone or stone generator. It's a stone generator if you've got a silk touch pick. Now, this generator works on skyblock servers as well as vanilla normal servers, and it also will work if you've got an efficiency 5 pick. It won't get destroyed. Everything you need for this cobblestone generator is in this chest. You can see again, you don't need very much, and these blocks don't have to be stone bricks. They could be cobblestone or something like that. Just make sure there's things that won't burn. Now, I thought I would show you a design that works not only in standard vanilla Minecraft, but generates stone and cobblestone in some of the Minecraft skyblock variants. Often the generators on skyblock, because they bring out different ores as well, won't work if you waterlog steps. The same is true of my own skyblock. The link is in the description below if you want to go and play on my skyblock. So this one will generate and work properly on all of those formats, and it will give you stone and cobble in vanilla. Now put a double chest to the side exactly like that, and shift click a hopper into it. If you wanted to put more than one double chest, then obviously put another chest underneath it, and then shift click another chest underneath it, shift click, or do some kind of item elevator. You then want 4 more, 1, 2, 3 and 4, making a total of 5 hoppers. That means that even if you've got efficiency 5 on your pick, you are not going to slam through the back of this farm. Then coming out one beyond the hoppers, bring out a row of whatever structural block it is you're using, and then come all the way along the back and around, and then around the side of this do exactly the same. So you've got 2 on that side and 1 on that side. Slip all the way around, make a horseshoe, so you're creating a channel that I'm currently stood in like that. You can see the channel there, and then get yourself a set of bricks on that side and an oak sign, doesn't have to be oak, any kind of sign on that side. This is going to trap the water inside, and then get yourself 2 water buckets, 1 there, 1 in the middle, and 1 on the end. That gives you 5 source water blocks that will constantly supply this water here. We then need to make a trench for some lava. So to do this, bridge across the front like that, and then make a small channel like this that is going to be, again, the same size as your water stream, 5 wide. And we're going to get ourselves a bucket of lava. We're just going to put in the middle one, so 1, 2, 3, right in the middle there, we're going to place our bucket of lava. That lava will flow across this flowing water right to the edge there, you can see. And that will turn everything inside to stone. And as a result of it being stone, you could use a silk touch pick to get stone, or cobble with a normal pick. And then, just to protect ourselves on here, we're going to get ourselves some stone slabs, and we're going to make a stripe of slabs right the way across the top like that. Now, you may wish to put carpet on the top of this or light it up in any way you would like. That is entirely up to you to stop mobs from spawning on top, but it is not essential for the function of the farm, and that is why I've not included it in the inventory. And then all you need to do to be able to get stuff into your chest here is to come right up against it and give it a really good bash. It will start to generate stone in front of you. You're not going to get to the 5th one unless you've got efficiency 5 on this pretty much every time. So it doesn't matter how long it is if you've not got efficiency. You can actually just do it 2 or even 3 long if you've got a standard pickaxe. But efficiency 5, I massively recommend you go the full 5 long. It's worth also mentioning that if you press F3 and T, you will get this screen, and when it turns red like that, let go of your button and that will allow you to AFK. I'm not touching my mouse button in any way, shape or form. That is just hacking away all the way through there, and it will do that until either the pick runs out or I get booted off if I'm on a server that doesn't allow AFK for too long. So there we have 7 starter farms that are an absolute must-have at the beginning of your Minecraft 1.17 survival game. If you get these sorted out at the beginning of your game, you're going to have enough stuff to be able to move on to the next set of farms that I'm going to be showing you in the next video. Make sure you don't miss those. Now let me know if there are any farms that you would really like to see for Minecraft 1.17 in the comments below. I'd be delighted to give them a go for you. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying them, and I will keep on making them. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.